And we're back here at ESQ-Astro Sauce. I am the host, ESQ-Astro. We're here at ESQ-Astro Sauce. We do a traditional Egyptian tarot spread, which is a pyramid build-up. We use the Egyptian tarot cards. Okay. We're also using the gods of Egypt to clarify. Okay. If this is the first time to the channel, I do ask that you subscribe. We are trying to build up the subscribership so that we can get more into the algorithm and provide some different content for you. Right now, I'm just doing collective daily reads, and these are just simple tarot reads. If it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, share the video. Try to see maybe if somebody else can resonate with it, or you may know somebody it could resonate with based upon you just knowing details of other people's lives. Okay. So I do ask that you guys go ahead and comment if you do resonate. Let me know where I'm hitting on the head. Let me know I'm missing, or again, your interpretation is left to you. So you see something deeper, let me know. We call in my spirit guides, the Most High, and my ancestors to guide the reading. And I ask that you call in whoever you need to get the best clarity from your end. And with mind, body, and soul, first card coming out is the Tower. Okay. Next card coming out is the Emperor upright. Okay, Tower upright as well. Next card coming out is the Strength in reverse. Next card coming out, the Hermit in reverse. And second deck, we got the Star card upright, the World upright. Interesting. The Sun in reverse. The Fool upright. The High Priestess in reverse. And to top it off, Justice in reverse. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck, what we can't see coming is the Temperance in reverse. Okay. So with Temperance in reverse coming out, what we can't see, and the Star card coming out, yeah, this is definitely some type of this is a tower that's causing some reversal of power. It's looking like somebody's either proved themselves in a particular way or they've made a decision. Again, that reverses the strength, or maybe they're falling back, which again may be causing this Hermit in reverse. Okay, which is again the opposite of the Star card. So Hermit in reverse comes out. That means you're getting back out there. Star card comes out to confirm the Tower. So yeah, this could be one of those good towers, I would say, with the Star card confirming right after the Hermit. Just one of those things where something unexpected may happen to where it causes some type of change, big change, a windfall. Sun in reverse. Again, Sun in reverse is always good, but it could be something that was in the dark that definitely is coming to light, or remains hidden in a particular way. With the Fool card coming right after that, there's definitely some type of journey that's forming, because that Fool is confirming the Star and the World card there. So definitely showing some motion is at play. The High Priestess card in reverse, confirming that change, and the Sun in reverse. I would definitely say there's some alchemical forces, or just something going on in spirit that can't be seen, that's working, because again we have all of the reverse cards so far to the left. They're all to the left of the reading. The right is pretty clear and straightforward, but again, these are change around points, or again, the person that may be in opposition to you in the read. Definitely, with the first card being the Tower, definitely could be a relationship. But I do see it being something in business as well. This may be either some type of contract or some type of offer coming through. And again, it may be one of those things where you're requested to work for someone, and this is just time for you to shine and do what they're asking you to do, no more, no less. Okay, so and that's where again the sun in reverse with the high priestess in reverse comes in as well. Uh, dominant, uh, dominant divine feminine energy, especially coming out after the world card. Okay, and then again, all of the reversals are on this left side. So again, um, we have a dominant upright read so far. Well, actually, it's actually balanced with the bottom of the deck coming out the way it did. So excuse me. So yeah, it's pretty balanced, but again, things to the left are things that may need to be left behind, changed. Um, again, this is some stuff you can't see, I would say as well, because again, the sun in reverse is always a reflection of me, personally being just like the moon card. So there could be, things being exposed or things that again that you just didn't know about that are coming to pass and coming to you by information or travel. Yeah, I would definitely say some travel is definitely at play, whether it's currently or whether some things will come into play where you can start to plan travel. Um, so, yeah, I mean, the reading's pretty simple to me. Again, that new journey with the Fool may require some type of higher counsel. Okay, the reversal of justice at the top. Justice in reverse can, definitely talk about a defeat or you not getting the results that you want. But depending on what things have happened in the past to cause this tower, okay, it could be the reversal of justice in your favor, and that's the main thing I'm seeing through the read with the reversals. Something's definitely turning around, and it's just something that, again, you've done what you've done, and now you have to wait and see what actually comes about based upon the motions of either others or just certain situations that have to deal with time and letting that time pass for you know things to come into fruition. Some things can be instant in our day, but again, convenience breeds laziness as well as anxiety in my mind. So, well, not my mind, but the way I look at it. So, and I see it. I see the examples, throughout society as well as sometimes through the people around me. Sometimes even through myself. So, but the main thing is again that we break free again and use these modalities to help us make better decisions when we know that we're off path just listening to ourselves. Only a fool counsels himself, which is why the fool card is the leading card in the deck, because you start off not knowing. Okay, but the thing is to go from the fool and get to the hierophant, which is the wise man, but go through all of the actual archetypes in the cards. But again, we start with the Fool, and then we eventually get to that Hierophant or that top card of the Sun card of joy, happiness, things coming all the way together. But you got to get to the Hierophant before you can get to the Sun card, okay? Because again, we have to be able to alchemically learn certain things of darkness before we can truly understand the light work. And while the light work is I wouldn't say easier, but it's a lot less trying on yourself as you go along down the road. Some people don't do this for longevity when it comes to dealing with the magics or the arts, from the ancient world. But those who are here to truly preserve it, we know how to use it in the right ways to, again, affect things in the particular manner of light, shining light for those who wouldn't have any other source, okay, or have tainted sources that have led them so far from the light. They think they're in the light, but they're in darkness. But again, the light needs the darkness to show the vast contrast between the two, so you know the difference, okay. Now, temperance in reverse coming at the bottom, again, this may be something that is a big change. It rocks the world, rocks your world. It doesn't really uh, show that maybe at the point of where we're at now, but again, it's what you can't see coming, and it may be something again that's really putting you back out there and causing a change in your world that may, put some things in the balance as far as, where you need to focus and other things that are just not going to get you to where this is leading you to. Because this is something big. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the money cards come out with the Gods deck. But I'm going to look at the card under Temperance in reverse. Yeah, and it's the Devil in reverse. Yeah. So this could definitely be a release of something toxic that you can't see coming. Um, so we're going to shuffle up the Gods and see what we get with those guys and clarify this, this reading a little bit more. It's pretty much balanced out when it comes to reversals with that bottom of the deck coming out in reverse. Actually, the last three cards came out in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse, Justice in reverse to clarify the full spread, and then what we can't see coming, Temperance in reverse. So we'll see if the Gods come out upright or in reverse. That'll be the tell-all for the reading in my mind. As far as where we're going and where, again, certain things may need to be corrected, overlooked, or just put in the right place so that we're not giving too much energy to things that are actually uh, not going to serve us in the long haul. Okay, and that's how we got to look at it. When you get to a certain age, you look at I think reserving and kind of preserving your energy in certain ways that some people just they don't understand till they get there. And I've always been the type of person I don't like to overdo. Because that can be one of the most terrible traits of my my sun sign basically. But I do have other placements in Sagittarius, and yeah, I'm almost the one who can overdo it, but I usually underdo it, or I usually have enough just to do what I can do, and it ends up being just enough. In some cases, I guess some people may say it's overdoing, but I pride myself on how I show up and am able to represent myself in the way that I want to be seen from my perspective. I can't be responsible for how other people receive me. I can only be responsible for how I present myself and present what I'm presenting. And so, perceive what I'm presenting is what I meant to say. So, yeah. All right. So, Gods of Egypt say prosperity in reverse. Okay, the Geb card. Okay. Yeah, so I would definitely say, again, I was saying I'm one of the money cards probably pop out, and somebody's prosperity is definitely being turned around. Like I said, if you've been, going through it to get to it, this is confirmation that you're probably closer than what you think. This week possibly will be that week where that turnaround comes that you actually been waiting for. Because I'm going to go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So on tomorrow, which is going to be Tuesday, okay, which is the Strength reverse. That's where we have Jupiter going into Leo. Okay. So that's going to be pretty heavy for the week for most people, especially people who are fire signs. It's just a change of the guard. Jupiter's been in a water sign for a while, so it may have been putting a damper on your fire. But now that Jupiter is in a fellow fire sign and pretty much in a comfortable space, Jupiter isn't exalted or anything like that in Leo, but definitely in a more comfortable space. Being that it governs another fire sign. Okay, and this puts the Jupiter in a trine to any other fire sign, which would be Aries or Sagittarius. So it definitely gives you guys the edge when it comes to things that may be in your better fortunes for the month of July, but even for the next 13 months, which Jupiter will be in Leo for 13 months. And then it'll move into Virgo. Unfortunately, it won't have the meetup of Venus with it in Virgo. It'll skip over and it won't happen again until I believe 2029 when Jupiter will go into Libra. And then once it's in Libra, Venus will eventually catch up and have a conjunction. And that's going to be a very, very, very wealthy conjunction for people who are going through legal battles, any type of court or marriage battles. But this is also where partnerships are going to show up, okay, and be very, very fruitful, whether it's through inheritance, combined resources, or again, just hard work and determination between the two involved that are resulting to those results. So if you're starting anything now, by 2029, you could definitely see it blossom, especially if it's with any type of partnership or any type of relationship that involves you guys doing some type of business. Okay. Bottom of the deck for the gods is going to be, yeah, the Thoth card, wholeness in reverse. Okay. So if things aren't whole, then they're fragmented. And again, this can be where things may have been. There may have been many small pieces to the puzzle that have been being gathered. And I would say again, now that this is a dominant reversal reading, I would say this is where things are turning around where you don't see it. You know what I mean? Like you still might be going through it and see, glimpses of light. But again, that wall's gonna eventually start to break down to where the whole sun shines through. Because again, now that I'm looking at the reversals, Hermit in reverse, Sun reverse, High Priestess in reverse, Justice reverse, Temperance reverse, and then two clarifiers coming out in reverse. Yeah, this is something really, really turning around for somebody. So again, if you've been going through it to get to it, believe me, you're almost there. Um, if you already to it and you've been hoping for more or haven't been protecting things well, this could be that warning sign to make sure you crossing your T's and dotting your I's and checking everything over twice. We are in Mercury retrograde, so that definitely may be the case with certain things. Reading the fine print, making sure that things are actually serving you, and again, maybe even taking things through a secondary process when it comes to the High Priestess in reverse. This fool setting out on a new journey may need to seek some type of higher counsel. Okay. Even though you're going to make your own decision, you still have to sometimes seek that higher counsel to, again, be in a place of faith and wisdom when you activate those higher counsels, when you alert people of things going on with you. That heightens the energy, and depending on who you're alerting of these energies, it can actually heighten the success, especially if these are people that are really for you. Okay, and that's why we have to be very mindful and aware in a lot of situations. Are we dealing with people that are really for us and enhancing the energy, or are we dealing with people that may on the low, again, not really, have that type of love for us and, affect the energy in other ways. So we have to be mindful of that because, again, these are the things that are going to propel us into greatness or, again, delay us from our destinies, because altered destinies and, delays in destiny is real, And, again, it's all based on our choices at the end of the day, because, based upon things in our chart, we make certain choices based upon self influence or the influence of others. And a lot of us are influenced of others in the outer world. But in this situation, again, it seems like somebody's on a journey and pretty much just starting, but there's an offer coming in that is going to change things around that may not be in the arena that you actually started your journey in. And now you have to make some alterations in the journey to accommodate something that's actually probably going to pay out good, be a prosperity changer, and take things from being in pieces back to wholeness, or it makes sense of the pieces so that you can start to bring things into a place of wholeness. Okay. So again, dominant reversal reading at this point, but the uprights are definitely clarified through each other, I would say, as well as the reversals. So yeah, I would just say definitely be aware that the tower, if it hasn't hit already, is definitely going to be an event. that puts you in a place of making a strong business decision. It may be you having to relinquish your strength, or look at how you need to step into your strength, and come out of that hermit position and get back into your star power and get back out here into the world, where again you'll be making some moves. I definitely see some travel, maybe spontaneous, something that just pops up like, hey, we need you in New York in 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, we already got your ticket, and you know what I mean. So it could be something that happens like that, or it could be something that again is the beginning stages of that starting, and by the end of the month, you'll be there, as far as making some type of big move. It might not be travel, but there is some type of big move coming. And for some people, I really think it's a business move with the star and the world card confirming the emperor upright. Okay. Because the emperor, again, steady, solid businessman, can make decisions, has made a decision. And again, it may be one of those things where you're a work for hire, and again, you don't want to overpower those who are actually paying you. You just want to come in and do what you do for what they're paying, but do a good job. So you may have to relinquish, again, some of your power or strength to accommodate what's being asked. So yep. So like I say, the reading's pretty plain and simple. You guys will see the overview in the short soon. So let me know how y'all feeling about the reading. I think it's a mixed bag. I almost want to kind of do a continuation video, but I think I'm gonna leave it at that and let you guys figure it out through the overview. I do see some other things now that I am looking at a lot of the reversals. Okay. Every card that has the sun in it is actually a reversal. So I would definitely say this is definitely a turnaround of a situation that's going to be delightful in the end, when we can reverse that fragmentation of things into a wholeness and be able to see the bigger picture. All right, so y'all like the video, make a comment if it resonates, subscribe, share, let people know about ESQ-Astro. Definitely trying to get further into the algorithm so we can come on and do some different type of videos. Again, I am Astro, so that's astrology, but also do numerology with the tarot. These are the three keys of magic in the ancient world that unlocks many mysteries that people in the new world just can't figure out, based upon, again, the disconnection that has been put in between us and our natural selves. So I wish everybody peace, love, and prosperity. ESQ Astro signing out.